Do you feel like the only way to survive the workday is to have a constant IV of coffee running through your veins? I know I do. Literally start out with 2 triple shot lattes before 7 a.m. I have at least 3 more throughout the day, maybe 4. And sometimes I even throw in a Monster energy drink. I drink way too much coffee, clearly. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a full-time working parent who supports my family. There's no way in hell I'm gonna get 8 hours of sleep a night. Are you kidding me? So for me, being without caffeine is just not an option. If you're like me, you've probably thought about trying to cut back on the caffeine intake or do something to be a little bit healthier. But life is busy. In an effort to be healthier, I decided I was gonna try switching out some of my cups of coffee for milk tea. In this video, I'm gonna help you decide whether or not this is a good plan for you as well, because I'm sure you would like to be a little bit healthier, just like me, but in reality, there's just no time to do it. And the second thing is I will be doing a bit of a review on the milk tea that I've been using because honestly, it's been fabulous. I honestly felt compelled to do this review, even though I don't normally review food. But this milk tea tastes so good and it has been helping a lot with my energy levels. The stars of the show are the Superboba Milk Teas. I know it's hard for most of us to find time to try to be healthier. And this was a really simple, easy, quick fix for me that I was able to implement right away. So I'm hoping that it will work for you too. So let's get started. I am a Starbucks latte kind of girl. I have what my husband calls is a $1 million espresso maker, which you'll see here in a minute. And I live off of lattes all day long. I'm not basic. I don't do regular black coffee. Everything is fancy. I love the green tea lattes at Starbucks. I will go out of my way on a special occasion to get one. However, the other day, my husband asked me if I wanted to celebrate by going to Starbucks to get one of the green tea lattes. And I said, no, I want to go home and have my Superboba matcha latte. Which sounds crazy, but it honestly tastes so much better to me than even Starbucks. And like I said, I'm a Starbucks girl all the way. I've literally been going to Starbucks for years, but it really does taste amazing. And there's so many things you can do with it. But most importantly is that I do feel a lot better now that I've been switching out my cups of coffee for the milk tea. This company was started by another YouTuber who is probably one of the nicest and most helpful YouTubers out there. Both her and her husband are health nuts compared to me. They have such a healthy lifestyle. It was started by her and her husband to find a way to bring milk tea and boba tea into the world, but have it actually be healthy. Because a lot of times when you buy it like at Starbucks, it's not healthy. It's loaded with sugar and other crap. So that was their whole goal, was to try to make something affordable that tastes really good, that's also healthy. I'm gonna put the list of ingredients up on the screen that they have in their milk tea because it's all stuff that's designed specifically to be healthy, to make you feel better. I don't understand most of it, so that's why I'm gonna put it on the screen. But long story short is this is supposed to be healthy milk tea. It's something that will get you through the day, keep your energy up, keep your mood up, give you focus. And it truly does. I've been so surprised at how much better I feel drinking the milk tea. It's a very different sort of an energy that you get with the milk tea. Now for me, I start my day off with 2 triple shot lattes from my $1 million espresso maker. And the energy I get from that, it's almost like an electric shock, like it's almost like crack energy. Like you just all of a sudden go from like 0 to like, woo, you know, like that's pretty much it. The energy you get from Superboba is different. You'll drink it, you will feel awake and focused, but also relaxed and calm. It lasts a long time. When I have a cup of the milk tea, I don't feel a crash. It's kind of more even. You kind of like get that energy boost and that focus, and then you stay like this for a good part of the day. When I have my crack latte over there, it's more like this. It's like boop, boop. Like whoop, whoop. It is like you have that crash, like you have that major crash, which is why I'm constantly drinking coffee throughout the day. These are two different types of energy. The Superboba tea is such a better type of energy that you get. In the evening, I've been able to stay awake later, get stuff done, and then still get a better night's sleep and get up in the morning because I don't feel like that crash feeling that you normally feel with coffee. It's just so different. And so I feel so much healthier with the milk tea. I don't feel like this energetic, like I'm gonna have a heart attack sort of energy. It's more of a, I don't want to say mellow because that makes it sound too calm, but it really is. It's a calm, focused energy, and I just feel like I can handle everything and I can get everything done with it, if that makes sense. You know, versus a coffee where I'm like running around like a maniac trying to hurry up and get everything done before I crash. I hope that makes sense. It's just a much better feeling when you drink the Superboba tea versus coffee or espresso or whatever it is you're drinking. So I did start out by only replacing 1 cup of coffee with the milk tea. So like one of my afternoon cups, I would replace with the milk tea. And then after a couple days, because it was going so well, then I was like, you know, I'm gonna replace all of my cups of coffee that I have in the afternoon with the milk tea. And then after about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at the most, I was only drinking my first cup of coffee in the morning, and the rest has all been milk tea. So it was a really easy transition. I never once felt like I had caffeine withdrawals. Honestly, I've been feeling more energetic and like I'm able to tackle the day a little bit better. So it was super easy, the transition. If you're used to lattes, you can froth up the milk. It'll look just like a latte. You will not miss your latte, I promise. I've actually been debating trying a day where I don't have any coffee and just have the milk tea. I haven't done it yet, mainly because I know my husband likes me making the cup of coffee in the morning because he bought me that fancy little espresso maker. But like I said, I've been able to replace all of my other cups of coffee with milk tea, and I don't miss the coffee at all. So I'm pretty sure my coffee bean bill is gonna go down tremendously because I do buy that expensive Starbucks espresso bean. The funny thing too is that I really haven't missed the coffee. The tea tastes so much better that I was starting to crave the tea over the coffee. It was a really smooth transition into the milk tea. So I do feel like this is a fantastic option if you're wanting to cut back on your cups of coffee throughout the day or just cut back on the caffeine intake, because each cup of this milk tea has less caffeine than regular coffee. I don't remember off the top of my head how much, but I want to say this was like half. Especially with me having triple lattes, I think this was like half the amount of caffeine or something like that. But it was a dramatic decrease in my caffeine intake, and I'm just definitely feeling a lot less jittery throughout the day. So yeah, definitely try it and then do what I did. Switch 1 cup out first and then see how you do. And then after a couple of days, if you're doing well, switch out 2 cups, and 3. And eventually all of your cups of coffee can be replaced with the milk tea. And after that, I think you'll cut down even further because I drink less now than I did before, just because 1 cup of the milk tea seems to last me a lot longer than one of those cups of coffee. So I'm drinking half the amount of caffeine just by replacing my coffee with the milk tea. And then on top of that, now I'm drinking half the amount of cups. So I'm drinking basically 3/4 less. I guess I can't do math. Now, I don't know if this would work with other milk teas. This is the only one I've tried, and the whole goal of this company is just to make healthy milk tea. So if you do try this with another brand, I would be really, really careful because I don't know, what's in there. If this wasn't designed specifically to be healthy, I probably wouldn't have even tried it. But because this milk tea is healthy and it cuts back on the caffeine, that's what made me really want to try it, just to be a little bit healthier without even having to think about it at home. But yeah, I really wanted to try it because like I said, I need a way to be healthier without even having to think about it. And this was the perfect way. There's tons of cute videos that show you how to make it, but I'm gonna show you real quick how I make it. So this is my $1 million espresso maker. What I do is I use this to heat up 2 ounces of water to use in my Superboba milk tea. You mix it with the tea and then you put that in whatever type of a milk you want, whether it's whole milk, almond milk, soy milk, whatever you feel like, coconut milk, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. And then if you like sugar, like I'm a sugar-aholic, then you can put however much sugar you want in it. When you heat up the water and you mix the tea in, you want some sort of a electric mixer to actually mix it together. If you order their actual subscription kit, you will get a little milk frother like this. And it's awesome. It's honestly like a mini tornado. This thing is insane how much power it has. But you can use this to mix up the water and the tea. When I first started, I didn't have that, and so I just used this. And then I put the water in here and I mixed it like that. So that's really it. And then you just mix the milk in and you're good to go. My secret is that instead of using straight sugar, I use lavender syrup in my milk tea. Now, if you hate lavender, obviously this is not going to be a good idea for you, but this is so amazing. If you try this, especially with that matcha green tea, you'll have yourself a matcha lavender milk tea. It's so good. So definitely try something like this. If you need sugar, get one of these simple syrup flavors and then try that in the latte. It's amazing. If you don't like sugar, that's fine too, because honestly, this tastes great without it. I've had it without sugar and I'm still really happy with it, even though I am a sugar-aholic. So it does taste good even without the sugar. You just put milk in here, whatever your milk of choice is. I put a little bit of the lavender syrup in there, and then I just heat it up in the microwave and mix it with the green tea. So then you basically just pour this in there. If you're like me and you really love lattes, what I was doing, not necessarily with the green tea, but with the black tea, is that I would use the frother to froth the tea. And then it looks ironically very, very much like a coffee. So if you need to trick your brain into thinking you're drinking coffee, it's super easy to do, because like I said, you froth that milk up a little bit and then it totally looks like a cup of coffee. Look at all that froth. Obviously this is green, so it doesn't really look like coffee, but when you use the black tea or any of the other teas, it looks 100% like a latte. And there you go, you have a latte. All right guys, I hope this helped. Definitely try the milk tea if you haven't already. It's fabulous. It tastes so good. You will not even miss your coffee, I swear. Give it a couple weeks. You will not miss your coffee. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.